Welcome to the practice tutorial review for vocab in context. So, continuing on this week with the uh, continual practice with vocab in context, we're going to go over a few more practice questions. And as a reminder, um, context clues are using the words around particular word that you may not know. So you have to use the clues or use inference skills. Maybe use your personal history to figure out the meaning of a particular word. So again, just going through and it just involves practice using prefixes or even suffixes, base words, and so on. So we are in our second week for Chapter 1, Vocab in Context. So let's look at question 1 here. And so it says here, when Becky's son said he wanted to drop out of school, she tried hard to dissuade him. She knew how important it was for him to get his diploma. So we have some conflict here. So Becky's son wants to drop out, and she dissuades him because she knew how important it was for him to get his diploma. So he wants to quit, and she knows that the diploma is important to him. So dissuade means, and the word the prefix dis means not or against. It's kind of like unimportant, non-important. Dissuade is to, means not or against. So if we look here, dismissed, trying to hard to dismiss him, well, that would mean like ignoring, to not acknowledge him. So it wouldn't be dismiss, and it wouldn't be disturb because she's not trying to interrupt him. She's trying to discourage him. And discourage again, looking at the word, the prefix this means against. So she's not encouraging him. She's against him doing that. She's against him dropping out. And again, it comes down to prefixes as well, looking at those tools. Let's look at the next one now. The basketball team's performance has been lackluster this season. The players just keep going through the motions. So, lackluster. So you look at that word, they're compound words, lack and luster. So lack, it's missing something. So it's missing something this season. Her performance is not the best. So we're going to say that it's lacking something, and they're just going through the motions. And that saying going through the motions is just that you have no feelings, no emotional attachment. You're just whatever, just kind of no investment. So when we look at that lackluster, you're going to look at lifeless, because again, they're not confused. And it's not thrilling because they're lacking emotion. That's what lackluster, they're missing something. Let's look at question 3. Josh had the audacity to walk right into his boss's office and ask for a raise. He didn't get one, but she congratulated him on his courage. So he had the audacity to walk. So he walked in to his boss's office and asked for a raise. He didn't get one, but she congratulated him on his courage. So if somebody were to, so obviously has something to do with courage. The fact that he was able to walk in, would we be able to walk into our own boss's office and ask for a raise? If I certainly don't know if I would have the courage to do that right away, or I think I would have to build up to it. But he did it. So the audacity, so the fact that he is audacious, that is also, so it wouldn't be nervousness or cautiousness. Instead, it's courage. So when we think of courage, that he is bold, his boldness. Number 4. In a medieval dungeon, the jailer would tantalize prisoners who were being starved to death by keeping them in a cell near the kitchen where they could smell the food cooking. So tantalize. So obviously, these people are held prisoner in a dungeon, and the person in charge, the jailer, he is he's starving these people to death, but puts them near the kitchen where they're smelling all this food, and that is, uh, and we would call it, the fact that it's tantalizing. It's almost in a way teasing, or another word tease would be torment. So he's tormenting these prisoners because they're hungry, but they're smelling this food that they can't eat, they can't smell, they can't touch. And then question 5 here. When you write a paper, don't get bogged down in dozens of minor, inconsequential details. Concentrate on important points that contribute to your main idea. So again, they're telling you, don't get bogged down. So don't focus on the minor, inconsequential deals. So inconsequential, not consequential. So inconsequential. So when we break down these words, we have the prefix in, means not. Inconsequential. So it means not. It is not or against something. So they're telling us, don't get bogged down by these minor details. Concentrate on important parts. So it's giving us an option. So don't worry about these details. Focus only on the important parts. So inconsequential details must be unessential, because important, another word for important, is essential. So unessential details. And let's go with one more for this tutorial. I was chagrined when my dog bit the vet who was giving her an injection. She's usually so friendly and sweet. I stammered, red in the face. So chagrined. Well, if you have a pet or a dog, if you have a pet, take them to the vet, cat or dog, and the fact that if something horrible like this happens, in this case, the dog biting the vet, you would feel embarrassed, possibly. Um, and we know that this person feels embarrassed because the fact that the person replies with, she's usually so friendly and sweet, and red in the face. And usually when we're red in the face, it's usually because we're embarrassed. So it's embarrassed. All right. So this brings us to an end to vocab in context, the practice tutorial review for chapter 1. So please keep an eye out for chapter 2, main ideas, and chapter 3, supporting details, in the next couple of videos. Thank you.